This is Jump and Shoot playing Breakfast Club dinner mode. I already used that one. I'm running out of intros to come up with. I'll get it next time. I'll get it next time. I'm also watching some playthroughs of or gameplay of Split Fiction, and you know what? Who decided that all women should be named Mio? There's Mio in Xenoblade 3. There's Mio the sports water enhancer, and then there's Mio in Split Fiction. There's too many Mios, and I've had enough of it. Also, okay, this is the last time I'm gonna talk about fucking political shit. It's not fun, but it's on my mind too much. I have to say it so it can exit my mind. So sometimes I just try to recap like what it happened to for us to get to this point in this country. Like, okay, so back in time, 2020, Donald Trump is trying to run again. He loses to Biden, and it shows the world that okay, even in a room full of two white people, they will pick whoever they think is the better one. But in this current election, Kamala runs. Joe Biden pulls out the old switcheroo. Like, actually, I'm gonna promote Kamala, and everybody's like, "What? I can't choose between two white people. This is an outrage." So the Republicans who were gonna vote for Trump anyway voted for Trump, and then everybody else either just didn't care or didn't want Kamala. And it sucks to me that I'm reading. I once read this article this guy shared in a Discord. It pissed me off because it's like it said liberals would never learn because they're always the never Trump party, and this is why they lost. It's like, okay, but twice they proved that the Republicans are the never a women party because that's how Hillary lost, and now that's how Kamala lost. So they did it twice. Don't even give me that shit. Okay, and now. So since Biden's out of that election and Kamala's running against Trump, the popularity somehow he gained. He went to jail for like 2 seconds, like I said before, and then he was nearly assassinated. Which now I'm thinking wouldn't have been that bad. Before I thought it would be really bad if he did die because it would just fuel all the paranoid thoughts that the far right would have about everybody else, that they're all trying to take over the world and kill them and all this stuff. But it's like now they're doing it to everybody else, and it's just ironic. It's crazy. I know it's hilarious. It's nutbags. I know, as the lady from Cowboy Bebop live action would say. Yeah, it's nutbags. I know. And then during his whole campaign, he's going on and on about like immigration and how it's all the immigrants are their problem. Like he's picking a scapegoat to blame all our problems on, and everybody I know sees through this like hell. Like he gets the support from like the hardworking immigrants TM, hardworking Mexicans TM. There's a surprising amount of Hispanic people that are pro-Trump, but it's like he wants to deport you all, regardless of you earned your citizenship or not. And then on top of that, make it harder for future immigrants to be citizens too. So like it sucks for both types of people. Like, and I was actually talking to my dad about this, and I'm proud that he said this because it was stuff that I was already thinking. But he's like, no, the whole part where he's blaming immigrants is dumb. Would you forget about like they make up like 30-40% of our economy because they're also doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do for cheaper. This is editing, jump and shoot here again, and again I'm including a clip from Felipe as far as this podcast. For context, this is them talking about this is a video about the Bracero project, and it involved immigrants coming here to work to America, migrant workers, and I believe they're talking about the Wetback Project that was originally called in like the 50s to 60s. But in this clip, this is a hypothetical of, I guess not really a hypothetical at this point, but this is them talking about like what would happen if, let's say, they successfully deport either legal migrant workers or illegal migrant workers, whatever. Let's say they deport that population out, and now all these jobs that they had are open. The Americans who are super for all this, they want to now be like, okay, we want to do those jobs now, but they're not going to want the same pay rate and wages that the migrant workers had. They're going to ask for all these other benefits, higher pay. They're going to ask for all this and that, because they don't. That was the whole point of like them, those kinds of things. They were cheap jobs, like I just said. And what I like what they say here is that they're gonna get labeled something, which I think is a very important point in how some American people are manipulated into being against this kind of stuff by giving something a name and pretending that it's this big, huge, looming threat when it's really not.
Country's constantly been divided on immigration. But like, again, people, it's the whole, it sounds cliche, but it's like, who the fuck's gonna pick your fucking vegetables? If you literally, if white people wanted to work in the fields and you hired them and you paid them what they would demand,
they could.
Then you'd be paying $5-6 for a can of fucking peas.
Hey, white people were to get together, like all the ones who don't have jobs, just say a nice 500 of them.
Right.
They would have walked in marching to these farms and said, listen, man, you're going to hire us now. We're U.S. citizens. You're going to give all these other workers who are not here illegally. And you're going to hire us, and you're going to give us a decent wage, a decent wage, minimum wage, all of us. We're going to work 8 hours, and we're going to get time and a half, and you're going to give us dental, and we're going to be allowed to form a union. He's gonna use all that farmer will use all his power with all the farmers together. Yeah, you want to get together? Okay.
Right.
He'll get all the farmers together, all the farmers in America, and have someone write a letter that there's these Russians.
Right. These commie bastards are demanding from me impossible things that are
They're demanding free dental, free dental for all their work. Listen, man, you better take that fucking red hammer the fuck out of here, bro.
And then so what? We deport them all, and nobody does those jobs, or they stay shitty paying jobs. And it's just, I don't know what the end goal is. He's trying to mass deport everybody, but whatever. Back to like the voter psychology. I'm trying to remember like what exactly was that he was able to draw people in with. Was like, I think it was this whole idea that we could go back to an America that was great. And like things are shit now. Like, hey, America was cool back then. What happened? Last time I checked, we had federal workers back then in the old America, whatever in quotations that was supposed to be. And now now we're having this quote unquote new America where none of these things were part of the America that was great. So I feel like a lot of them must realize now, who voted for Trump, that they've been duped. And then also in the first 600 days, like there was this whole TikTok ban that was gonna happen. So, suggested by the Trump administration, so it went through, and then 2 seconds later, just like how long Trump was in jail for, it was unbanned. So Trump called for the ban of TikTok because it's this whole also scapegoating idea that like China is spying on us, China this, China that. Like, let's ban TikTok because it's okay when we spy on our citizens, but not other countries. And it's also not true. Like, it's fucking bullshit. Even if they are, it's like, who cares? It's a fucking social media app. And then TikTok didn't help either by putting out this message. It's like, oh, we're working with Donald Trump to get us back. It's like, he fucking called you for your ban. What? He lied about that. So the whole TikTok ban scare was gigantic nothing. So now he, along with the federal layoffs and just layoffs in general, a lot of this accidents that have been happening in America, in like his first 100 days. He's blaming on diversity, inclusion, and equality. It's like, oh, there was a plane crash. Yeah, it was DEI. Blame this on DEI. You're not being efficient because of DEI. We're suffering. Our country is suffering financially in debt because of DEI. It's like, it's just a bunch of scapegoating. More lies. Nobody is picking up on this, and it's just, here we are. This is the age of lying, the age of calamity, the age of oligarchy, as Bernie Sanders says. And it's ridiculous. And it's just, I'm replaying like the past 2 months in my mind, like over and over again. Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here? And it's crazy. And other dumb things, like what, they let out Andrew Tate from prison or wherever he was. They made it so that he could escape his sentence for arguing with that girl online or all the other shit he was doing, the sex cult, whatever. Now he's a free guy. Some of his cabinet, I believe, has been arrested for stuff, and other politicians have been taken down for like worse things. And now we seem to be focused on like a takedown of Elon Musk, because I've seen videos of like a lady in the Senate who is arguing that, like, okay, can we all agree that Russia invaded Ukraine, right? That, like, Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we all just agree with that, right?
It is time for us to say, Mr. President, guess what? Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we at least agree on that one? Facts matter. Y'all, this is literally potentially putting us into an international crisis. We may be heading towards the next world war because we have a president that wants to pal around with Putin and wants to do everything to make him feel good, including lying about who invaded who.
Because I don't know why, again, Donald Trump is being like super buddy. He's being in bed with like Putin in Russia, and people like far right like worship those two for some reason. I don't get it. I don't get the obsession. All right, so we have Pleek, Anerith, and Pashtinki. Let's do some drills. And then I saw a video clip of that same lady outside of the Senate, like right before they were about, I think they were on the fence about shutting down the government because of a bunch of crap. But the reporter was asking her, like, what do you think of Elon Musk? Or he said, what would you say to Elon Musk? And she said, fuck off. I was like, that is raw. That is powerful. Go off. And that's what I was also saying. Fuck off. Just, like, get him the fuck out. And, like, the weird thing is, he wasn't voted in. He just kind of bought his way in, and it sucks. And, like, yeah, now I think the country is just trying to, like, slowly take him down or, like, get him out of the government at least. So I'm kind of glad about, you know, the data breach of, or the doxing of like Tesla users and Tesla, what do you call it, dealerships in the country. And the goal of it is to, oh, what, this is the guy? You fall into my trap. Oh my god. Well then, I'm glad that the weather suddenly changed. That's weird. Now, if let's do this. Petrifies all enemies. How about that? This is my favorite thing about those kind of orbs. All right. Dude, I'm getting hit by all the stupid status effects. Just let me attack. And it's like, I am attacking, but I just keep missing. Like, this is dumb. It's not my fault. God. What's the ratio for missing stuff for? Jeez, no. Actually, no, I want to leave. We're done here. But yes, the overall goal with all that stuff is to try to take down Elon and have him lose his funds so much so he has to like sell something, sell Twitter, sell Tesla, or make it so that he doesn't have financial power in his country anymore. Like I get it. Yeah, it just sucks to see that like slowly they're applying all of that horrible Project 2025 shit that they were talking about. Like, we could read the documents. We could see what they were trying to plan in this document. And it's like, gosh, I sure hope none of this stuff happens, because that's like an actual dictatorship. And now here we are. It's like, how did this happen? And Twitter does not help either. Like, I've seen pretty bad stuff being back to promoted on there now. And all the, I only can see this when I'm on my phone, but like, all the promoted ads are just random tweets from like right-wingers. Like, I saw a promoted ad, they just straight up said, "Your body, my choice." Like, talk about pushing an agenda on a platform. Like, and I try not to look at them every time I see one, but on my computer I have ad block on, so I don't see anything usually. But like, you can't use Twitter without seeing some shit that's promoted. Like, it doesn't matter if you block anything or mute anybody or anything, it's gonna show up as an ad because they promote that stuff, and it sucks. And at this point, like, I still use Twitter, but and a lot of people do. It's just nobody wants to make the switch to a different platform. And like, at least some of the big artists I know. And I think at this point, I don't blame anybody, but I can blame someone for still having a blue check, or still being a verified account. You're paying this asshole who owns Twitter to pay to promote like this stuff. Like, stop paying him. That's where I'm like, okay, we need to draw the line here, at least, if we're still gonna use Twitter. Like, stop paying the motherfucker for your premium accounts and this and that. Just like, stop. Applewoods. My favorite kind of apple. Why is the accuracy on this so bad? I already have Burmy. Go away. Oh, and then Donald Trump also put out this AI video about him taking over Gaza and making it like a casino, like actual Eggman Land bullshit, like actual Dr. Robotnik, let's turn this country into a carnival. Like, dude, you can't make up how cartoonishly villain-like this dude is. And it's just... And it's like AI footage of Elon and Trump like eating, like drinking juice or sipping pina coladas on the beach or like whatever. Like, this is insanity. Yes. Your name is Bud with 2 D's. And it's just, I think it is just coping at this point. Just trying to live life in, I don't know, try to be nice to everybody you see, be they like if you're an ally or whatever, just be nice to everybody as much as you can. Just help out somebody who's struggling or being oppressed or whatever. Just all we can do is, gosh, as civilians, all we can do is just try to be positive and pay attention, but you know, we can not look at the news as much as we want, but like, try to just pay attention to what's going on socially around you. Like, I was about to say, I don't watch the news because I don't need to, because I could just go out inside and like see what's happening. Like I'm seeing the real effects of a lot of these decisions be made. Like, I just found out I have to. If I want to fly to a different state, I have to get a new real ID. This is editing jump and shoot again, and I'm not gonna. I know this is the age of lying video, but I'm not gonna lie. I was all over the place during this part. But basically, the Real ID Act is actually all the way back from 2005 and is now this year, 20 years later, going to become mandatory. And basically, it's just this weird addition you need to your current ID, the one you've been having. If you're my generation or even older, the one you've been having for fucking decades is suddenly now obsolete if you want to fly domestically when in your own country. That's fucking stupid. And the surface level case for it is, it was a measure against terrorism. You can see right here, I put in from the screen cap, like it was a part of the Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act with all these sections. Great. Okay, awesome, amazing. So surface level is that, it just wants to prevent fake IDs from being made. Yeah, every state ID was already having measures against fake IDs because they redesigned the card like several times throughout the course of you having it. Like, I looked at my 3 past IDs, they all look different. All the format is different. They have different, like, you know how they change up the dollar bill or any of the $100 bills every so few years? It's like that. They've already been. Imagine if we had to get like real $100 bills. It was just all it would be have is like this dumbass logo on it, and it just invalidates all other $100 bills if you want to spend them. It's that fucking stupid. And because this is clearly a measure to bar either immigrants or illegal immigrants from like traveling, if make it easier for them to be deported. Like, if they're staying in one place, they can't fly anywhere else within the country or to a different country. Like, they're kind of trapped where they are if they don't have their birth certificate. And it's making every other American go look for their birth certificate again for some arbitrary reason. Like, I guess if you're driving, it's fine, but to fly within your own country, a state ID, a driver's license was just fucking fine already. This is just another arbitrary hurdle for us to go through because they're targeting immigrants, obviously. Like, come on. And I forgot to mention, like, during Trump's campaign, the part where he's like, the Mexicans, the immigrants, they're eating the cats, eating the dogs. Like, he said that in live TV in front of every American. Like, he spouted bullshit from his mouth and spewed it all over the audience. And language he used, like, he said they're coming in droves, they're jumping across the fence, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're coming in caravans. Like, the absolute hyperbole this guy went on for his campaign angle, and everybody just ate it up like this was a real thing that's happening. It's like, it's not. I'm including another clip here because from Felipe, and he also says that, like, dude, the country's fine. He's just made that up so that you would vote for him. Like, it's so obvious. Like, come on, guys. And on top of all that, my current ID doesn't expire until 2027, and I had to pay fucking $40 to just get a new one right now. It's nutbags. It's nutbags.
Would fucking
Legally,
label them something.
label them something.
You know, and that's what, dude. We're dealing with this right now, where they're like using, like, if you look at words that the administrations use for Operation Wetback to encourage people to, because again, they were like, hey, you guys need to call when you see them.
Hey,
like, this
how
is
about
a
when they
community
say
effort.
they're not sending their best? Well, they were good. They did send their best back then.
They did.
But I
They
still
still
program.
are.
But you didn't want them.
Yeah, you didn't want them. And that's the thing, bro, is like, but these guys are like saying invasion, hordes. And this was what the vocabulary that was used in Operation Wetback. And this is the same vocabulary that Donald Trump and his, here we go, that the current administration is using to describe people now coming across our border. Hordes, this invasion, this whole thing.
We need to take our country back. Let me tell you, man, the country is fine.
Country's great. We're the richest.
The media
fucking
be
nation.
lying, huh?
The media lies.
And it's like, God. Now, I don't like this one as much, this orb, because I shouldn't have used it, because now he's going to run. And actually, I need you out of the way. Okay, Electabuzz, you stay right fucking there. What the fuck? What do you mean it fell on the ground? Oh my god. So if he, let's see, if he, I'm just gonna chase him to see what happens. Because they're not, there's like certain outlaws that can't go to the stairs or else they escape. All right. I'm gonna try to snipe him again. There we go. Catch him, gotta catch them all. Oh god, okay. Okay. He hit me with the Twisted T. Energy Ball. It does the same amount of damage. I did it. Let's leave, y'all. But God, every day, like, I hear something about some politician in another state banning this. Like, porn is banned in Texas, in Florida, in like, certain other states over there. It's like, like sex work and all that stuff. Like, dude, how do we? They're actually just controlling their people in like a really not cool way. Like, what happened to the freedom of the business you want to choose, huh? I understand that you are all itching for something to happen, but please consider the test of your patience. We ask you to carry on your usual work. Oh, what? Deputy Magnemite is here. Magnemite, this is the message for Ossifer. Officer Magnezone. We are pleased to... Oh my god, and I forgot to mention this. I saw the footage of him, Trump, talking with the French Prime Minister, and again, it's super embarrassing for a horror country. He's just yelling and screaming at each other. I don't remember who it was. I'm pretty sure it was the French Prime Minister. But I just saw Trump like, you are talking about World War III. You are talking. He just said it like 3 times in a row, like as if something's gonna happen out of this. It's like, we're not having World War. This is a guy who wants World War III. Like, the whole old school mindset of like, oh, our country has no purpose if we're not going to war. We need to use our military for something. Can we go to war, please? Can we just fight something, please? It's like they're forcing conflict so much. And what are we going to war for? What? Nothing. I don't know. Gaza and Palestine, I thought they resolved something. There was a ceasefire at some point. I don't know who made that happen. I don't know. There's still tension over there, probably. It's bad all around. There's still tension in Ukraine. We haven't solved anything. Is it even any of our business to... What the fuck? They did it. Oh, we were... Oh, this isn't a Grovile. This is a government aircraft. We're gonna take it back to the government. Bye-bye now. Everyone, today I would like to share some excellent news with you. Finally, Grovile has been captured. This is all made possible by your selfless effort and cooperation. I can thank you enough. And he's just yelling it like a child. Like, you're talking about World War III. You're talking about World War III. And I saw an edit where it was like, this is how me and my friends play Catan. Or some other strategy game. Or Risk. I think the game was Risk. And yeah, they just overlaid that with Trump yelling. It's pretty good. But, like, this is what this guy is screaming about. Like, he's just insane. He's crazy. He's crazy. What else happens? Yeah, after the dumb Tesla docs, they put out this cringy little video advertising Tesla. It's like, guys, can you go about Tesla, please? They're great cars. They're fancy. They're great. They're a great electric car. Some of my best friends have them. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, if they're, I guess if they're doing that, then they must have been hit like good, and that's good. Good. I'm like Zelda from Zelda CDI. Good. You doxed me. Good. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. You two are coming with me. Oh no. This is a bad part of the game. Not like quality wise, but just it's a bad time. Cause now I don't think we have access to the town anymore after this part. Whoa, we're going to the future. Would you like to save your adventure? Yes. Basically, I can assume that it's going to get worse from here. And then it's going to suck for a while. And then whoever comes next after Trump's second term, because he can't he can't be president anymore after his second term. That's the fucking rule. That's the law. That's the Constitution. That's our country. If he tries to break that, he's doing un-American shit. Want to make a third term, ban the Electoral College. That's un-American. That's textbook unpatriotic. Come on. Where are those people now? Where's the you're taking my freedoms away people now? This is the time to come up. This is the time we could all actually come together and actually wait, this method of government sucks. Can we all just do that? Left, right, middle, doesn't matter. Like, come on. Come on.